Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity, then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk on how ailments and disease and illness can actually be cured, reverted, and dissolved or maybe changed literally through mental powers, okay, or mental power, right? So let's get right into this. So all disease and ailments and illness are psychosomatic, right? And psychosomatic, it pretty much means body mind relation. So the reason that all disease are psychosomatic, or they're all decided by the mental state that you're holding, is because the mind is the mind, everything is mind to begin with, right? So whatever you're holding in your mind is going to pretty much manifest outside, exteriorly. And this is the dimension of the body. The body and mind are one and the same, but the mind is inner body, and the body is little outer body, right? um, but they're like two sides of the same coin. And ailments and illnesses, right? These are psychosomatic. So you literally are thinking these various different things up, whatever it is, you're thinking them into your existence. So let's say that you get a migraine, right? Migraine, you come up with all these different reasons why you may be getting a migraine, right? um, and you can go deeply into many different reasons as to why you're getting migraine, and you can get all these different types of treatments, medications, or ways to heal the migraine. But it's really just because you're holding it in your mind, so you're manifesting that migraine or that headache. You're keeping it's within your mind, within a certain dimension of mind, and it literally it manifests itself in your experience. And all disease, illness, ailments are of this nature. They're all psychosomatic. They depend on your relationship between body and mind, right? So the more balanced you are with your body and mind, the more that you can actually dissolve away ailments, illnesses, the more that you can heal them without actually having to do anything too extreme. You won't actually have to take any type of medicine, or you won't actually have to do anything other than knowing the various different mathematics or equations to come into a centered state, which is going to dissolve away the disease, right? Because diseasefulness is being out of balance, uh, because it's usually putting you off of your ease, out of your peace, right? So the more balanced you are with body and mind, the more that you're going to further your ability to be able to heal yourself from any ailment or any illness or any disease that you have developed. Um, simply through the power of mind or your thought, because the mind it does have this power. Mind is perception, right? Perception is literally reality. Okay. So what we have in our perception is deciding the reality that we're having, the experience that we're having. So the information that you consume is altering your perception, and the perception is deciding the reality, right? So if you change the information that you're consuming, the perception has to change, and that's also changing the reality or the experience you're having, right? Because perception is reality. Whatever you're perceiving is what is real to you. Um, so you got to change the information, and the information that most people are consuming doesn't actually support a healthy body mind relationship. It more so supports an imbalanceness. We're not actually living in harmony with nature, therefore we're out of balance with our true self, right? Which is to live in harmony with nature or in tune with the laws of nature. But societal living doesn't actually support this. It supports the exact opposite, because they don't actually want us to be entirely balanced, you know, and this is psychological warfare that is taking place, which is also physical warfare, because what takes place in the collective mind has to manifest itself within the physical, right? Because they're one and the same. They're two sides of the same coin. So you can actually heal yourself from any diseases if you are able to balance yourself out mentally and physically, because all the diseases that are already there that have grown into your body and mind, whatever it is, have been placed there or have been grown there by you. Nobody else has done it, but you have done it, um, because it's psychosomatic. It's all a degree of body mind relation, right? And the stronger you have this relationship, and the more that you understand it, and the more that you're able to balance it, the more you're going to be able to master the body mind, and then you're going to understand that you are the one that has that have invited in the disease, the illness, the ailments, right? And in the same way, you can actually just prevent them, or you can heal them within yourself through mathematics that eventually are developed as you go embark on that path of self realization, right? Uh, which is what they've been doing for millennia. You know, all the self realized beings were able to heal people because they were at whole. When you're at whole, you kind of just know how to heal, because that's what healing is, right? But it obviously does involve both sides, because otherwise there would be no question of heal, because there would be no type of damage, right? So let me see. Um, so body and mind relationship, you got to strengthen this, you got to balance it, and is most definitely beneficial for your path of self-realization. And you can also bring yourself out of any diseaseful states just by applying the mathematics that will present present themselves to you as you go deeper into the process of balancing, you know, uh, because it's just kind of how it works. So uh, once you're able to do this as an individual, you can apply it to the collection, right? And then you can start doing it for other people just by being having people come into your presence. You can literally just do the same thing for them, which is going to be a type of healing for them, strictly through the mental power, which is that psychosomatic attribute or aspect of you, which is pretty much just body mind relationship. Once you strengthen that relationship within yourself, come to a state of balance, when other people are around you, you can ripple out what you have learned for yourself, and this can you can even make it to where people are able to resonate with that, and uh it can lead to their uprising in a way, or their self-education or their self-realization, which is what education is, self-realization. uh which then you can start healing the collection, right? So there's psychological warfare going on because the collective mind is in a state of corruption or imbalance, which is also leading to physical warfare. So if individuals are being able to heal this within themselves through balancing and strengthening the relationship between mind and body, then you can easily apply that to the collective as well, because if you can ignite that within other people, then you're just kind of igniting the flame for other people to then come into that state of self-realization, to then bring more balance, which kind of is contagious for the collection itself. So the collection can then come back into a balanced state rather than a state of psychological imbalance and physical warfare, you know. So there's a contagion to it, right? And you can start getting into the morphogenetic field and applying the genetics, because there's a lot of genetics that have to be understood whenever you're talking about body and mind relationships, because it's all expression, right? And genetics is expression and it's form, right? And you got to understand the informational codings, which also involve the mathematics, which is all mind, you know. Uh, but I'm not going to get into that right now because it can get complicated and it can get deep. All right, so I'm going to keep it there. Peace out. One love. Have a great evening.